Hello. Hey, everyone. So I'm the Power 5 meteorologist, Katie McGraw, and we have a great opportunity in the next half hour or so to chat with some of our viewers to get some answers about the total solar eclipse because now it's only about 18 days away. And joining me to help discuss this is he's such a friend to all of the news stations around Cleveland, but News 5. This is Professor Jay Reynolds, and he's an astronomer and astronomer researcher. So a really good person to have with us today. How are you doing, Jay?
Great, great to be here. We're all excited about what's coming up here for Northeastern Ohio. It's been a while since we've had this, so this is going to be a great day. Cloudy or not, we're going to have a lot of fun coming up in 18 days.
I'm so excited. I obviously it's actually one of the questions that we got. I don't know how fast we want to jump into it, but we'll be watching for comments that we get. And obviously that's going to be a huge one, Jay, that regardless of the cloud cover, it's obviously still happening, but it'll be a really big bummer if it's not clear that day. And I have a good just manifesting feeling about it, but it's still honestly too far out. 18 days is tough.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what it's like in the weather business, trying to even predict the 7 day forecast, let alone 18 days. All we can do is just go on historical averages. And actually, if you've looked at those records, we really don't have much of a chance of rain on those days, and it really doesn't snow that often. And the temperature actually is not too bad. The big thing is partly cloudy or totally cloudy. Even if it's partly cloudy, we can still probably see some of the eclipse in terms of the details. But if it's totally cloudy, like some days,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe not. But it's still, I promise, it's still going to get dark, and it's going to be dramatically dark very quickly. You've never seen a sunset this fast in your life. Yeah.
Okay, so that's actually a good question because I knew I somebody had asked me one of the questions was if it's cloudy, can we move it? Like, nope, this is it. This is our one chance that we get, and it's happening regardless of what our weather is. So that's a great question though, because I was close to totality in 2017. I forget the exact percentage. It was like 99 though, but I was pretty close. But in compare, I guess everyone says totality or bust. So you got to
Yeah.
get into totality. But even on that day, the way that I would describe it when you're not in totality was almost like looked like a movie shot like an old western or something. It had like an orange tint everywhere.
So
And
where were you at that time?
I
Yeah.
was in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Yeah, you were very, very close at 99% down through there. Up here in northeastern Ohio at Edgewater, we had 83% coverage there. Very good. But even though it wasn't what you were experiencing, we still experienced more than a 3 degree temperature drop. Plus, the shadows became very grayed out and diffuse. And colors, you will notice that everyone will notice, even if it's not necessarily a sunny day. If you wear red, the reds begin to fade out. Like what you're wearing today will become very dull and lose its saturation. But if you're wearing green, it begins to pop out in stark contrast to the two. So you'll notice that, and the big, like I said, the shadows, the temperature, and the colors will change. Also, while it's becoming dark, 20 minutes before totality occurs, these changes begin to become very apparent. And at peak in 2017, a friend of mine down in Medina County, she was standing in her backyard with her daughter watching the eclipse here. And since it was only a partial, but things began to get a little darker, a little bit changing. She noticed that the birds were changing. It was August, so they were singing a little bit. But the big thing was all the snakes in their backyard started to come out of the ground.
Oh
Okay. How
gosh,
creepy is that? All right.
that's really creepy.
It really is. But the animals say, hey, it's getting dark out really quick. Think about also during totality here, when it suddenly drops, instead of like a curve, like a 45-degree curve, like this, yeah, like that. We think of a sunset as very gradual, very slow. Even in summer, sunset's about 9:04 here. It's not dark until 10 o'clock, so
Yeah.
that's a long meandering sunset. However, here on this day, starting about 20 minutes, you'll notice the changes, and 20 minutes later, the curve is like this. and it just drops off like you're dropping something off of the Brook Park Bridge or something like that. It's very quick, very, very quickly. And think about it for one moment, even if it's cloudy, it will become dark very quickly. Street lights usually have timers on them before they turn on or so. And so at some point, it will be very, very dark here. For
Yeah.
some people, this is the darkest moment, or I should say, the darkest outside moment of their lives for at least about 30 seconds. Then the street lights are going to start to pop on.
Yeah. I've heard, I mean, amazing things about. Have you been in Totality before?
Yeah, yeah, one time, yeah. I was down at Edgewater. I was in charge of the event down there in 2017. We had 10,000 people out there. We also had 42 telescopes for people to look through before the eclipse there. You really needed to have either solar glasses, not sunglasses, solar glasses, and properly filtered telescopes like the one over my shoulder here. I actually have both shoulders. You don't need much of a telescope for it to work, but you have to have absolute perfect solar glasses and perfect telescopes for this to work. Otherwise, you go blind instantly. So
Don't want
now,
that.
now that's when you're using binoculars or a telescope, anything that magnifies the light of the sun. Because if you think about your eyes are actually very small. And when the pupils expand, they're letting in light and ultraviolet light. So no big deal. You and I, if it's too bright, we look away.
Yeah.
Glasses or sunglasses allow you to fool your eyes, and well, it's not so bright. So we can look at sunsets, we can look, and when we're driving, no problems. But on that day, people like to try different things, improvise. Don't do that, okay? You always use the proper equipment, or if you want to magnify, you have someone who knows what they're doing. And of course, they go first.
Yeah. Let them go first. Well, and it's one of the questions that we got about just time frames and what are the glasses, the safety glasses that we should be using, and how can you identify that? And there is a number on them.
There's a number on that, but let me talk about this. Prior to 2017, there was no numbers, no stamps, or stamp of approval or anything like that. For instance, I'm using a solar filter that I used in 1994, and I'm going to be using that for this eclipse as well. Every eclipse that I've gone to, I've used this because, well, it's a piece of history. If you take care of it, it will last you a lifetime. That means putting it in a drawer out of the sunlight. Don't break the mylar. Um, don't scratch it. Don't bend it. Don't do anything to it. If you take care of it, it will last you indefinitely. There was a problem in 2017. Someone got on Amazon and started selling inferior products like that. So if you have a solar eclipse filter that you've used before and it works fine, then go ahead and keep on using it. As long as it's undamaged, it should be fine, like mine, okay?
Okay.
But don't try to put anything on the front of your cell phone or your binoculars unless it's actually approved to do that. Don't start improvising at all because
Okay.
you get one chance. You make a mistake and that mylar comes off of here, that sunlight is going to burn your eye instantly. So my pupils, again, are currently that small. Now look at how big. They're 35 millimeters across. That's really, really a huge increase in ultraviolet light. So don't play around with this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Even squinting like that. Don't
Don't do it.
don't do it.
And
Yeah.
you mentioned, comparing that to using the glasses so that you're more concerned when people are trying to look through binoculars, telescopes, that's when the real danger is.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
So my rule has always been that if you look at the sun, we instinctively look away because it hurts.
Sure.
Okay. Fine. But when we go to sunsets, we all love a sunset. And when we have a nice sunset, we just kind of look at it and it's safe because the light is passing through Earth's atmosphere and is being filtered. That's why it's red like that. And you can safely look at it. You're not getting much ultraviolet, almost nothing whatsoever. However, if it hurts to look at a sunset, don't look at it. Well, then people instinctively put on the sunglasses and, oh, I can see it, fine. No, you're fooling your eyes to opening up. Now you have more ultraviolet. Don't do that. You won't go blind, but you risk damaging your eye, and it cannot be repaired.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
So
good information.
yeah. So when watching the sunset, take it off, take off your sunglasses, and just enjoy it and hug the person you're with.
Yes. And Cynthia asked, are welding glasses safe to use?
Yeah. So great question, Cynthia. So a long time ago, they used to actually take a piece of glass and a candle and a flame and put the soot on there, and that would darken out the light of the sun pretty well, and it worked. The problem was you're not getting rid of the ultraviolet light. That's what you want to do, not necessarily decrease the amount of regular light, but the ultraviolet. Cynthia's question is, are welding glasses good to use? Yes, but there's any ask any welder and they'll tell you there's different numbers on the glass itself. You'll see sometimes people like in 2017 they're walking around with welders masks. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we eclipses attract fun people. Okay, so what you want is the glass that has a number 14 welder's glass. That decreases the amount of ultraviolet light that comes through and is very, very safe. Number 12, they used to say number 12 was, yeah, but we've tested those out. I even tested that in one of my labs. So, well, let's see what a number 12 does. Yeah, too much ultraviolet. 14 works, welder's glass. The problem with the welder's glass is, if you may know, that if you drop it, it tend to shatter, and then now you got a mess to deal with. But
Sure.
yeah, it does work at number 14.
Number 14, good to know.
Yep.
So there was a Marge asked about if we're going to have trouble connecting with cell phones. In terms, I think about going to a Browns game or something when there's a lot of people in one spot.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah.
drains batteries. It's difficult to connect. But anything more because of the eclipse happening,
No, no,
yeah,
it's just a load of people all in one area. The cell, you're just overwhelming the cell tower. Like, oh, we can't sort it out. Sorry. So yeah, that's the only reason why. It's just like the traffic afterwards. This thing is over about well, depending on where you're at, 317, 318 or so. You want to see the biggest traffic jam of your life about 320. Honestly, because we totality's done, and people aren't going to stay for for the for the partial phase again. Well, we already saw that. Let's just get out of here on the road really fast. That's when the traffic jam is going to take place. So you're either in the traffic or you might as well just stay and have a picnic or whatever. That's why a lot of people will just stay home. That's all.
yeah. But we're so lucky in Northeast Ohio that we don't have to. But that is one of the questions that we've gotten about some communities that are not included, and that does include portions of the Power 5 viewing area. How far north is the totality line? Stark County is a tricky one, Jay, right? Because it's part of Stark County, but not all. If you're in Canton,
Exactly.
it's like me in Louisville.
Exactly. In Canton, nope. Sorry about that. Also, I realize we're not in the Youngstown is not in the viewership here, but southeastern Youngstown over on the side there, yeah, they don't get the eclipse. But the folks in northwestern Youngstown, yeah, they get the eclipse. They get to hog it off for themselves. So there's going to be a big line of anger there. So,
Sure. Yeah.
but yeah, so yeah, if even Akron, your eclipse is not going to last as long as, say, in Cleveland or Edgewater or Avon Lake. Avon Lake just, it's only a few seconds longer than, say, where the Power of Five is, where the station is. It's Avon Lake, just that is the center line. That's maximum quick eclipse. That's all. So
And that's the 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
exactly, almost 355 like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, so we have Ian behind the scenes here. Ian, will you pull that map back up just so we could talk about it a little bit more? Because Canton's one that gets a lot of attention, but there's plenty of other counties that are in our viewing area, like Tuscarawas County, Carroll County, a lot of homes not included. So that's where folks are going to have to travel if they live in that area. And I just wanted to mention that it's a lot of us in Northeast Ohio and particularly Northern Ohio, but not quite everybody. And Teresa's asking Jay, where can now you kind of touched on this about buying the safety uh, purchase lenses for your binoculars.
Yeah, great question. Okay, so what they do, I don't have a photo of it, but what they do is they go in the front of your binoculars, and there's two of them, and then they actually screw in so that they're in there very, very tightly and do not come off. So some people have tried to improvise that. Please,
Don't mess with it, yeah.
yeah, don't mess with it unless you really know what you're doing. But yeah, there's a number of places on the internet, good companies. I don't know if we want to start mentioning any companies at all, but really the best place, the safest place is a company called Astronomics. They sell everything astronomy wide that you need for equipment and cameras, et cetera, et cetera. So that's one of many, many places, but that's the one that only comes to mind right now. So,
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, certainly getting that information out there for people so to keep Teresa's eye safe, I think is a good thing. We're not getting sponsored by them or anything, so
no,
I think
no,
it's
we're not.
okay. All right.
And coming up from Astronomics, we're going to talk about more stuff you can buy.
Right. All right. So let's see. One of the first questions we got, just the basics of a total solar eclipse, is where's the sun going? That was the exact question. Of course, the sun will still be there, but if you want to explain, Jay, a little bit more about what's exactly happening with the science there.
Well, just right here, it's basic, but if you look at this layout between, so everything in space casts a shadow. If Katie and I go into space and we move into the right places, Katie or I can eclipse the other, no problem. It's just simple mechanics of shadows, moon, Earth. But look at this map, though, or this graphic. The problem is the graphic is shrunk down and it's too tight. Look at the shadow that's being cast on the Earth. That is way too big.
Big.
Shadow is only it's supposed to be about roughly 100 miles across. On here, you've got 500 to 1,000 miles across. That's not right. So the moon is actually very small. The Earth is very big. It's about a quarter the size of the Earth. So as you can see, it's too large in this example. But the other thing is that we should be asking is, okay, so we have shadows. We have a solar eclipse set up here, and then a lunar eclipse. The moon would be on the other side of the Earth, and the Earth's shadow would be blocking the sunlight on the moon. Okay, so we have two solar eclipses every year and two lunar eclipses every year. Now that can change, but that's the average. So we have eclipse seasons. Right now, we're in the eclipse season for the spring. I think it's Monday. We have a lunar eclipse, which I I don't recommend that you try to go out and see it because, first of all, it's called a partial eclipse, and there's really nothing to see. So
Is it like a slight tint?
not just barely. If it's clear out, some photographers can actually take quality pictures and show the difference. It's called a penumbral eclipse. If you'll look at the shadows here, there's two dark shadows. There's one in the middle that follows the horizontal line between the moon and the Earth. It's much darker. But then the gray shadow to the up and to the top and to the bottom of the shadows here, what we have is the penumbral. That's where the uh, the Earth has the exact same thing. So the moon is going to pass into the lesser shadow on Monday, and you can barely tell that there's an eclipse going on. It's not even worth mentioning. That's why
Okay.
I don't send out press releases for penumbral eclipses like this.
Sure.
Now, in this case, the other aspect is you would think if the moon goes around the Earth once a month, shouldn't we have eclipses every month? Yeah, you would think so, but no, it's not. The moon is a lot farther than this graphic would suggest. It's 30. Take the Earth, multiply that by 30, and that's how far away the moon really is. And the moon is a lot smaller. So what you have is sometimes the moon and oh, here we go. Uh, Earth, moon. So we think of the moon going around like this, around and around and around on a horizontal line, say, compared to the equator. So it's doing that just fine. Actually, the moon does this. It comes down, comes up, comes down, comes up. It's off the plane by a simple 5 degrees, but it's enough that we don't have eclipses every month. We have them about twice a year. That's it. Somewhere on the Earth. And the shadow is very small, usually, much smaller, as small as like 40 miles across.
Oh,
This one is over 100 miles, and then towards the end of the eclipse, it'll be about 120 miles across. It's really big because not only is the moon going around us, it's also closer to us and then farther away. Closer, far. Well, on that day, the moon is going to be a lot closer to us, and that's why it's going to last almost 4 minutes. If the moon were further away, there may not even be an eclipse because the moon's just too far away and too small. And then we have what's called an annular eclipse. A-N, single N, U-L-A-R. Forgive the spelling, but you get the idea. So we have a lot of variables going on here, and they all have to line up just right in
yeah.
order for us to have it. Eclipses are everywhere, but here at Earth, we have the best eclipses, but they only happen twice.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's super helpful to explain even for myself, who's I'm pretty well educated on it at this point, but thinking about just the size, the sheer size of Earth, how far away the sun is, how far away the moon is. And I mean, somebody that just pays attention as myself for my job of where the moon's at. I mean, it's a lot less predictable for the average person to
Oh,
figure out where the moon's going to be at in
yeah.
a given day and when it's rising, setting.
Something else that you have experience with, and actually most people, most of the Channel 5 viewers also, is the supermoon. That's a new term in our vocabulary here,
Mhm.
more recent. Supermoon is simply the moon happens to be a little bit closer to us, and so it seems a little bit bigger on the horizon there. And it actually is because, and you can measure that very easily because with using your cell phone, take a picture of the moon, full magnification, and then save it. And then come back a month later when it's not a super full moon. Take the same picture, okay, using the same settings, and then what you'll have is you'll notice the moon during the super full moon is 13% larger, and you can measure that even on your cell phone.
Yeah, that's yeah. I love a good supermoon. We do talk about it a lot on
Yeah,
air. It's a fun thing for us to discuss, but also I just enjoy it when I look outside, knowing that that's why it looks better and bigger than
yeah,
previously.
right.
Kimberly was asking if all seven planets line up during the eclipse. It makes me think of something like in Hercules or something. I haven't heard that, but
Yeah. Sorry, Kimberly. That's actually a very great question because when we see pictures and graphics and planets and orientation and their orbits like that, usually, oftentimes, the planets are all kind of on one side like this, and it's not a good representation. The planets really kind of move slowly, with the exception of Mercury, Venus, and the Earth, and to a lesser extent Mars. But the planets, especially the outer planets, they move very, very slowly. Jupiter takes about 10 Earth years to go one time around the sun. Saturn even longer. Uranus is what is it, 84 years?
wow.
Yeah. So for all the planets to be lined up would not make a difference in any eclipse scenario. And even gravitationally, we wouldn't all go crashing into each other because the spaces are just too great.
Okay. And there is a comet out there though, but comets are kind of notoriously difficult, correct?
Yeah, let's talk about a comet real quick. Yeah, there is a comet out there. If you have a large telescope, 12-inch telescope, the one behind me, that's 5 inches, okay?
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you get the idea. If you have a big telescope and nowhere to point it, yes, you can see a comet. The problem is that too many news stations say, oh, there's a comet out there, you can go out and see it. No, you can't. And also, oh, the comet's going to become very bright and we should be able to see it during this time period. No, it won't. Comets are a lot like cats. You tell them what to do and they don't listen. Okay. Or you make predictions about what they're going to do and they don't listen. That's the problem with the comets, okay, and cats. So the day of the eclipse, let's assume for a moment that it's clear out, you're outside, and suddenly you're in totality. It's completely dark. You take off your solar glasses, you look, and what you see is you'll see the moon sun combination, dark area up there. But then off the one side, very brightly, you will see the planet Venus. No problem seeing that.
Yeah.
You'll see the planet Jupiter. No problem seeing that. Mercury will also be out there. Don't waste your time. It's not very bright at all. It's kind of hard to pull out. You'll be able to see stars. Oh yeah, stars. Birds will be cheeping and making sound, but people will also be very excited at this. It's almost a spiritual type of event, really. You think about it. So yeah, your chance to see some really cool stuff for about 4 minutes. Now that comet that you're talking about, Katie, is off to one side, and I heard a news person say, "Yeah, so bring binoculars and have a look at that." Please don't. Okay, if it's not visible with your eyes, naked eye, then just ignore the comet because that eclipse only lasts 4 minutes.
Could be dangerous.
Could be if you lose track of time and it starts to come back and you happen to be looking at the sun for some reason with your binoculars, not a good idea. Besides, spend the time enjoying the eclipse. Don't worry about the comet. If it's going to be bright, we'll tell you about it on News Channel 5, or we'll tell you ignore the comet. So we'll see comets again. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Jupiter and Venus are always fun to spot, in my opinion, because they're bright, easy to if you have a general idea of where they're at. It's really easy to pick them out.
No problem, especially Venus. And as a matter of fact, this year we're going to have nice views of Venus in the western sky starting this spring here. I'll keep you informed about that. Jupiter is still visible in the western sky for the next really couple of weeks or so. If you have a telescope, have a look at Jupiter. Also, Mars will become visible this summer, towards the end of the summer. Saturn won't be until the fall, but Venus is always a showstopper. And if I may suggest, keep looking at News Channel 5 for locations of telescope nights or telescope parties, as they're referred. There's a lot of them in northeastern Ohio. They're all free of charge. You go out there, you look through the telescopes. Two overlooked planets is Neptune and Uranus, okay? You've never seen those before. Most people overlook those. Amazing, especially Neptune, because it's so far away and such a beautiful shade of blue. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. And Uranus, no problem as well. Even a small telescope will reveal the planet Uranus to you in your own backyard. But come on out and have fun with other people seeing, witnessing all these wonderful things like this. The sky is in your own backyard. Make sure you enjoy it.
Yeah, that is very cool. So we haven't, it doesn't look like in the actual comment section we've gotten any questions, but we did get some other ones. One of them was, let's see, let me get it. What is the time frame of the eclipse? So we keep talking about the 3 minutes and 50 seconds that we'll get totality, but it is quite longer than that. It's over 2 hours, the entire event.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, absolutely. And about 20 minutes before totality, you're going to start to feel, those changes in temperature, changes in light, changes in color, absolutely, and the snakes will come out and get you. Like I said before. Yeah, if you're just joining us, yeah, don't worry about it. That may only happen in your backyard. But the animals begin to react because it's starting to get darker out. Okay, it makes sense. So, yeah, the whole thing is over 2 hours. Really, it starts about 1:59 and finishes about 4:30 or so. Your timings will vary, but that's the general idea here in the News Channel 5 viewing area like this. So, absolutely, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And the numbers and the times we are using, as you mentioned, they are right over Cleveland, so they will vary ever so slightly. But even the entire state of Ohio, it's about a minute difference. So it's everyone kind of around that 3:15 time frame. And right. Lori was asking, can you tell us when to wear the glasses? Everything except totality. You need the glasses.
Exactly. So you're watching, and some people are going to do this. And if it hurts to look, then put them back on. That's all. If it hurts to look. So what you're seeing right here, the graphic behind the words here, is it's called the diamond ring effect. That's just almost, it's a couple seconds before totality takes place. If you also notice the ring around the sun, you'll see like a fuzziness, almost like a cloud. That's the atmosphere of the sun. The corona is known. So this is the last moments of actual sunlight peeking through the valleys of the moon. It has a lot of mountains and a lot of valleys, so this is the last peak here. If you were to do this and it hurts, put them back on, and then when it finally goes away, rip them off and just
Enjoy.
throw up your hands, because that's the big moment. You won't see this again in northeastern Ohio until 2444. That's 420 years from now. So yeah,
Be a distant memory by then. They pull this up. It's us from 400 years ago talking about it.
that's right. That's
And
right.
even in Ohio, I read that the next one, so not even over Northeast Ohio, but it's a 2099.
Yeah, that's correct. Down in Columbus, so you really don't have to go very far to go see this. So Columbus is out of it this time around. They have to go to Western Ohio, about a half an hour away before they get into totality, and it's going to be very short for them. But still, Columbus does not share. But in 2099, they do. The eclipses totality down in that area, and also Akron and Canton, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, we've had, but you don't have to wait long. In what is it, 2029, we have a partial eclipse right here in northeastern Ohio. Partial, only 61% coverage, which isn't bad. All right. The problem with it is, I believe it's January 14th. I don't do eclipses in January, so
Yeah, that's going to be tough. We're
I,
worried about April.
uh, yeah, this one is April, but that 29, excuse me, 2029 is January. So
Yeah,
it's
that's going to be a tough January. I think I read in Cleveland where 90% of the month is cloudy. So,
correct. However, one thing about it is with climate change taking place, if you look at the averages here, that first half of January is usually pretty nice here. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been out on New Year's Day and just wearing barely any coats like that. So I don't know. We'll see. But that's only short. What 5 years out. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. And
not that far.
yeah, and I mean, Chris is talking about the clouds are very probable. Again, we're still just a little too far out, Jay, and especially when we're talking about cloud cover. Cloud cover can be tricky to forecast even the same day. I think that in the next 5 days, we might start to get an idea of trends of weather patterns,
Exactly. Yeah,
but it's getting there. It's going to be really stressful,
it's
but
good.
we're getting there.
A lot also depends on where you're at in northeastern Ohio viewing area here. For instance, south of Brook Park Road, say over by the airport, clouds are more intense or more frequent during that time. But if you're up by Brook Lakefront Airport, Edgewater, downtown Cleveland, your odds actually increase of clearing or less clouds the closer you are to the lake this time of year. So,
Okay, yeah, I've seen, I've read about. I mean,
yeah,
I've tried to educate myself as much as I can before the solar eclipse, and heard about that, and also heard because we're obviously getting darker, just like a regular sunset, the temperatures can cool, and sometimes clouds can clear a bit, especially if they're just daytime driven clouds. So that will be fascinating to see, along with everything else as well.
we won't see that because this happens so quickly, really. So the temperature really doesn't go down enough for the clouds to dissipate and break up.
Oh, okay.
Now we could have partly cloudy skies, or sometimes we have frequent uh, thin clouds up there where you can still see the sun. And like today, it's almost crystal clear today, almost. And so we get that haze, that lake effect haze, like that very frequently. And so yeah, we don't write it off yet. Okay.
Yeah, here's actually Ian behind the scenes here pulling this graphic up that the National Weather Service made, or NOAA maybe I actually made it, and that it shows that little area that you were referring to where it's not as cloudy on April 8th.
Exactly. Exactly.
So really fascinating stuff.
No,
All right,
I'm excited. Hey, well, one quick thing, if I just want to say, remember, when we go to see sporting events, it's more fun to go to a sporting event than watching it on TV. Okay, think of all the people who are going to watch this simultaneously. and it is the biggest sporting event in northeastern Ohio we've ever had, if you will, collectively like this. You're going to hear people screaming of joy at this moment. And please get outside, have a look at this because this is never going to happen again here in our lifetimes in this area here.
Yeah, I mean it is such a rarity, and I think for people, because the last total solar eclipse in 2017, and if you can pull up the X graphic that showed the totality path, that it was probably cool in Northeast Ohio to see it. But even what you were referring to, that when you're in the path of totality, that it's almost like a spiritual thing where, so this was the path way down in the south. I mean, it wasn't even close to Ohio, but I do think it's amazing that Carbondale is getting just 7 years, just between 7 years,
Yeah,
they're
those
getting.
guys down in Carbondale, how did they rate so good? You
Yeah,
know?
right. That's a hot spot for solar eclipses. And so I think that people might not fully, and even myself, never being in totality, but so close. And you hear other reports of people I worked with in Louisville down there and what it was like to experience totality. And I think it's one of those things that we all have to just experience it for ourselves to really see what it's like.
Well, there are people who base all their travels on where an eclipse is going to be. So, yeah,
Yeah.
and, yeah, it's amazing. It
If
really.
it is cloudy, I'm going to have to find one in another part of the world in the next few years. I can't wait for 100.
No, no, please don't. So,
We talked about it a little bit, and will probably be our last question, just because I have to get ready for my eve or my afternoon forecasting. But me and you talked about it a little bit, and it includes. It kind of made me think about with Kimberly's question about the 7 planets in a row, and if there was any biblical significance to the total solar eclipse. I wasn't even actually sure, but I did look it up because I know that being raised Catholic, that the lunar phases have a lot to do with almost every religion, Islam, Buddhist, there's so many, but this one not so much. And I just think I when talking about 400 years from now, I couldn't imagine we have all this information. We were able to chat with each other over a video camera in 2 different spots. Everyone's joining us. We live in such an informed time. I couldn't imagine living 400 or 500 years ago and having no idea what was happening. And I'm sure people did think that it was the end of the world or something spooky because
and not so much the end of the world, but we insulted the our particular god or gods like this, and so look what's happening to the sun. They not being educated, they didn't know what was happening. So think about it. We're losing the sun. The sun represents light and heat and crops, et cetera, et cetera. Well, we saw Katie in the forbidden place over here, so we must have Katie angered the gods. Okay, well that makes perfect sense. Go get Katie. Let's sacrifice Katie. So we sacrificed Katie, and lo and behold,
it ended in a
yeah,
couple
it
minutes.
worked. It worked. So Kate, it's not good to be Katie, and Katie's family
No,
is upset, but it worked. It brought back the
yeah.
brought
I
it
just
back.
thought it was an interesting question because so much of I think when there wasn't as much information was explained through the gods and or your God or whatever people believed in. And so I just wanted to mention it, even though it's all about the science now for Jay and I. And I'm so excited. And you tell everyone where they can find you because you do get such good information and where you'll be for the eclipse.
Yeah, at this time, I'll announce where I'm going to be on that day here. I have a number of obligations that I have to fill, but definitely I'll keep News Channel 5 involved, and yeah, we'll do lots of interviews on Zoom or this link like this. Definitely. So we're very excited about this. We're so excited for Northeastern Ohio. Please get outside and enjoy your sky. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
absolutely.
Katie.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for joining us, Jay, and giving us more of your wisdom and information. And thanks for everyone who joined us for the chat as well. We're 18 days out, so we just got to cross our fingers for that good forecast.